on FanDuel. New casino players, play your first 24 hours risk-free and get up to $1,000 back if you don't win.
42 million Americans struggle with hunger. Yet 35% of the food in America is wasted. The Kroger Company's Zero Hunger, Zero Waste Foundation is working to create communities free of hunger and waste. Together, we can help end hunger. Learn more at zerohungerzerowastefoundation.org.
First at 4, there is a potential break in the case of a hit and run that left a 6-year-old girl dead in Dearborn. We'll tell you where things stand at this hour. Also, Kyle Rittenhouse breaks down on the stand, and it's just one dramatic moment of this trial connected to the protest of a police shooting. Plus, let's check in with Paul.
It was a beautiful November day, but big changes are coming. In fact, get ready for some true weather whiplash. I'll have your forecast straight ahead.
Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Karen Drew. Breaking at this hour, first at 4. Dearborn police now have a person of interest in custody in connection with a deadly hit and run. We first showed you the photo of 18-year-old Jan Collins last night. He turned himself into the Dearborn Police Department just a short time ago. Police want to talk to him about the death of a 6-year-old girl who was walking on the 7600 block of Bingham when she was hit by a car and the driver never stopped. Police caution us this investigation is ongoing. They will share more information when possible. Meantime, tonight at 6, that little girl's father will speak exclusively to Arshawn Lay about his family's ordeal with a message all parents need to hear. Also breaking, Michigan's Republican-led state legislature has joined the legal fight over a vaccine mandate for millions of American workers. The Michigan House and Senate have submitted a brief in support of other states seeking to overturn President Biden's executive order affecting businesses with more than 100 employees. Now, the order is already on hold after a ruling from another court. We're working sources in Lansing. We'll have an update for you when you join us at 5. Meantime, the state of Michigan reporting more than 6,200 new cases of the virus since Monday. It's an average of about 3,100 per day, down from a week ago. But we haven't been able to really turn the tide. The 7-day positivity rate is nearly 14%. We've also seen 163 additional deaths connected to COVID-19, with almost half from a vital records review. There are new charges in the ongoing corruption scandal inside the United Auto Workers Union. Another local UAW official, Tim Edmonds, now charged with embezzlement, money laundering, and more. He was the former treasurer of UAW Local 412 in Warren. Federal investigators say he drained the union's accounts of $2 million, then spent it on gambling, high-end cars, and luxury clothing. He is the 17th person charged in the investigation. The union says its enhanced auditing processes discovered the problem and reported it to law enforcement. Today is the first day that Michiganders can select a non-binary option on their driver's license and ID cards. Residents who identify as non-binary can now mark X as their sex indicator. You can make the change at any Secretary of State office, and that starts today. Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson says she's been working toward this goal since 2019.
We understood how critical it is that your government documentation accurately reflect who you are. So today's announcement is not an achievement. Rather, it's an affirmation. It demonstrates that our department and the state of Michigan recognizes each and every resident for who they are.
In providing this option, Michigan is joining 20 other states and the District of Columbia. The U.S. Department of State is also working to offer a similar option on the U.S. passport. All right, let's take a quick look at the first forecast. It is gorgeous out there right now, a beautiful fall day, but we are going to look into the evening and beyond. For the latest, here's meteorologist Paul Gross.
Yeah, hey, Karen. Yeah, it was a fantastic day. I mean, come on. You know what November can be around here. It wasn't today. Today, just lots of sunshine. We had those high, thin clouds in the afternoon. That doesn't ruin the day. Nope. And temperatures have already started to fall a little bit. We had 54 degrees in a lot of these cities here last hour, but 51 right now in Monroe, 53 in Lapeer, 52 in Ann Arbor, and 53 over at Metro Airport. And right now, Storm Tracker 4 is dry. You can see a general organized area of showers here moving eastward, so we're going to be dealing with that tomorrow. We'll time that out for you in just a bit. Now, this little tongue here extending eastward, some models try to bring maybe a couple of sprinkles or a brief light shower to a couple of us overnight tonight. I think most of us don't see it. I think most of us will have a dry night. This evening should be dry with temperatures slowly falling through the 40s. Again, big changes coming. It starts tomorrow. I'll have that for you coming up in just a few, Karen.
All right. Thank you, Paul. It's been an emotional and dramatic day as Kyle Rittenhouse takes the stand in his reckless homicide trial. He's the teenager accused of shooting 3 men during a protest following the police shooting of Jacob Blake last year. Blake survived. 2 of the men Rittenhouse shot were killed. Devin Scillian is in the newsroom tracking some of the key moments of Rittenhouse's testimony. Devin.
It's been fascinating, Karen. Kyle Rittenhouse is 18 years old, could face life in prison if he's convicted of the most serious charges against him. Today on the stand, he maintained he was defending himself when he fired his semi-automatic weapon. He became extremely emotional as he described his actions that fateful night.
There were 3 people right there.
Take a deep breath, Kyle.
It's been a very charged afternoon. Rittenhouse became so overwhelmed he could barely speak, as you can see. For nearly 40 seconds, the judge then called for a recess. Many observers wondering if the show of emotion will help him with the jurors, though. The defense is trying to paint a portrait of a young man who went to Kenosha to help others and fired his gun in self-defense. Prosecutors try to challenge that portrayal on cross-examination, but Rittenhouse seemed to hold his ground.
I did what I had to do to stop the person who was attacking me.
By killing them.
2 of them passed away, but I stopped the threat from attacking me.
By using deadly force.
I used deadly force.
That you knew was going to kill.
I didn't know if it was going to kill them, but I used deadly force to stop the threat that was attacking me.
At one point, the judge ordered the jury from the room and berated the prosecutor for questioning Rittenhouse about whether it was appropriate to use deadly force to protect property. The defense asked for a mistrial then, which the judge refused for now. So clearly a pivotal day in the trial. Rittenhouse has been on the stand for several hours now. So an update coming up at 5, and then stick around for NBC Nightly News. Their coverage will come along at 6:30. Karen, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Devin. See you at 5. All eyes are on former President Trump to see if he files an appeal in a battle over presidential documents. Yesterday, a federal judge rejected Trump's request to block the release of documents to the committee investigating the January 6th Capitol riot. Now, without new court action, the National Archives could release the documents to Congress on Friday. We have been covering a breakdown in America's supply chain for weeks now. Products are just stuck on ships, and they can't get from there to here. Of course, customers are feeling the pinch, but some local business owners are really in a bind. Paula Tutman live in Romeo this afternoon with one couple's story. Paula?
Hey, Karen. Hi, everybody. So listen, this is the epitome of Main Street America. In fact, there's a sign right there. It says Main Street. This is the store, Old World Nouveau. It's actually owned by a husband and wife team, and they're not only concerned about what's going on in their neighborhood, but they say pretty much every little bit of the world has a big concern for them in what happens right here. When David Seminis checks his phone, it's not for a casual text message. It's to check orders, lots of them, sitting out there somewhere on a ship.
I would say, what, thousands of dollars when it comes to like furniture.
And then with accessories, my sales rep even tells me, she'll say, it got stuck in the Panama Canal when there was the issue a while back.
Donna and David are retired teachers who turned their love of old things into the dream of small business. Their shop, Old World Nouveau, specializes in interesting furniture and furnishings, most of which are imported from faraway places.
Having a bare store was really challenging in trying to stage it, so it looked like we had more product than we did. Was really scary, and people were asking often, are you going out of business?
It is one thing to talk about the backup of goods on a ship somewhere out there on the ocean. It is something else entirely when you're a small business person.
And sometimes we were actually selling things at cost just to keep ourselves above water.
Donna, a stage 3 breast cancer survivor, will tell you if you can survive that, you can survive anything. And it is with that spirit this couple has reinvented their Romeo store with an infusion of new ideas, foraging for goods and accessories from local and nearby artisans and vendors, changing that symbiosis of where they get things and how they support and who they support.
We've tried to diversify our product line, and we have a boutique now downstairs.
We have winter wear, we have jewelry.
At this store, it was always service with a smile, but now they put a bow on it.
Would you like to pick the bow?
Always when we're walking, we see it and we love it, and we always want to stop in, so we're walking and we stopped in.
Donna and David don't know when their goods will arrive, but they do know they will survive this. They have to.
Our pension sometimes has to pay the bills for the store.
Failure is just not an option. Yeah, so when things do get to port, the question will be whether or not there will be workers there to unload them, truck drivers to get the goods to them, and they also have to compete with those boxes that can just be left at your door. But what they will tell you is with those boxes left at your door, you won't get a smile, you won't get a bow, and you won't have the promise that you are helping keep American businesses in business this holiday season, Karen.
Paula, that's such a darling store, too. You got to give them credit for trying to reinvent and then at the same time support other artisans who are trying to sell their products.
Yeah, a whole change in the business model.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Thank you, Paula. We appreciate it. Paula Tutman live in Romeo. Still ahead, first at 4, Facebook, trust and conspiracy theories. We have the results of a new poll that doesn't look great for the social media site. Also ahead, a new charge in the dramatic TikTok rescue case. And I'll remind you about that hand signal that everyone should know because you never know when you might see it or need it. And don't let today's sunshine fool you. Big changes coming. We'll see what's ahead in the 7-day forecast right here, first at 4.
Next wheel, Pat has strong words.
One of my least favorite words in the English language.
About a word.
I hate the word.
Find out which word. Wheel of Fortune, tonight at 7, only on Local 4. Dangerous workout supplements?
Cheers, boys.
Swallowing in pure powder form. Watch the next Inside Edition. Coming up next on Inside Edition on Local 4.
It's game time, baby! And you're just lying there? You need to get in the game with BetRivers Sportsbook. Live in-game bets, player props, and instant betting. Don't just watch the game, get in the game with BetRivers Sportsbook.
At T&I Credit Union, we have all the major conveniences of banks and more. Secure money, over 55,000 free ATM locations, auto loans as low as 1.99%, mortgage refi rates as low as 2.99%, but none of the bank hassles and zero fees. We are member owned and anyone is welcome to join. The people who work here actually work for you. Visit us online at ticreditunion.org to find out how fast and easy it is to switch.
I'm Mike Morse. You know I'm all about families, and pets are such an important part of our family. That's why I'm excited to announce my partnership with WDIV's All for Pets. All for Pets' goal is to help increase shelter adoptions, promote responsible pet ownership, and provide the tips and advice to be the best pet guardians. That's what All for Pets is about. Pets are so much a part of our family, just like Jesse here is to my family. We have a responsibility to keep them healthy and happy. Dog, cat, pet, win.
Leaving to go to work in the morning, garage door is broken, can't get the car out, or only goes up part of the way. Precision will swoop in, get you fixed up, and save the day.
Precision Garage Door. Garage doors done right.
The opioid epidemic still exists across all zip codes and without boundary, but there is hope and there is help. The Detroit Wayne Integrated Health Network offers treatment, prevention, and recovery resources for those struggling with addiction. Detroit Wayne Integrated Health Network has trained clinicians that will talk with you and get you connected to the help that you need. We will help you on your recovery journey. Call us anytime, 24/7 at 800-241-4949. We are here to talk, here to help.
First, there was Vegas, then Atlantic City. Now, your pocket. DraftKings has an online casino where you can play your favorite games whenever and wherever you want. Slots, blackjack, live dealer games, and more. New casino players can get a deposit bonus up to $2,000 plus free casino credits. Download Download the app or visit us online. Try DraftKings Casino today with our exclusive offer and experience the casino floor like never before.
A suspect in the so-called TikTok rescue case is facing a new charge and has made his first court appearance. James Brick now facing a charge of kidnapping after being caught in a car with a missing 16-year-old girl. The charge was added in court Tuesday. Brick was already facing a few other charges. The teenager was able to signal for help while riding in a car. Using a hand gesture she learned on TikTok, she's been safely reunited with her family. And a lot of people are talking about that gesture. So we wanted to share it with you because really everyone should know. So it basically is holding your hand up like this, tuck your thumb like this, trap your thumb, all 4 fingers down, release and repeat. So it's very simple. Boom, boom, boom. Whether you see it or whether you need it, you really need to know. Share it with your friends, male, female, kids, everyone. The Canadian Women's Foundation came up with that signal in 2020 in a response to a jump in domestic violence. But that hand signal has been used in a variety of cases. Definitely something you should know. All right, in other news this afternoon, President Joe Biden will host talks next week in Washington with the leaders of Canada and Mexico. It will be the first meeting with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador since Biden took office. Leaders of the 3 countries had nearly annual summits in the past, but former President Trump did not continue that tradition. The meeting is set for next Thursday. Enjoy it while it lasts. 24 hours from now, we could be seeing more rain, but that is just the beginning of a slippery slide to snow. I'm just smiling because, you know, we knew it was coming, Paul.
Yeah, okay, now let's first, don't get the sleds out yet. Let's just settle that right now. But yeah, this first snow is kind of scary, and we may have to kind of watch out for the weekend. We'll talk about that in a second. Right now, 53 degrees, humidity 55%, southeast wind at 8, pressure 30.18 inches of mercury, and we're all pretty much in the same boat. You can see generally low 50s across the area. The warm spot appears to be Port Huron at 54 degrees, so a very pleasant afternoon with those high, thin clouds across the top of the sky. But look at to the south, 64 in Muncie, 64 in Indy, 60 in Lafayette, 62 Champaign, 65 in Springfield, Illinois. And yes, that is actually going to come our way tomorrow as a warm front comes through late tonight, early tomorrow morning. So get ready for some warmth and then get ready for the crash afterwards. All right, so we're dry right now. This little tongue of moisture right here, we may see a sprinkle, a couple of us, maybe a brief, very brief light shower, but I think most of us are going to have a dry night. It's really not until this thing here makes it across the area later tomorrow afternoon that we have the umbrellas that we'll need. So let's talk about this. Now, here's the high cloudiness over us. Later tonight, that's going to thicken up, and again, there could be a little sprinkle with this warm front coming through, but once the front comes through, notice, I think there's going to be a dry slot. Don't be surprised if we get some midday sunshine tomorrow, but also don't be surprised because by mid to late afternoon, we're going to see this band of rain approaching. So this is 3 o'clock, already approaching the southwestern part of the area. So keep an eye on our app's real-time radar if you have outdoor plans. This band of rain crossing the area through the evening hours, the rain probably done by midnight. And then once this cold front goes through, remember, this is the front edge of the cold air, then we start seeing this cold air wrapping around into the area. So we'll drop quite a bit by Friday morning. We start off our Friday with some sunshine, but clouds fill in Friday afternoon, and then we start looking at the pitter-patter of little snowflakes coming in Friday night into Saturday morning. Now, this is not the bigger deal. I think Saturday night into Sunday morning is what we have to keep an eye on. 44, though, the overnight low tonight with, again, just a sprinkle or maybe a brief passing shower. So we start with the clouds tomorrow, break into some sun. Notice 60s for the afternoon. Then we have those showers for the 4 p.m. through really late evening hours with temperatures dropping off a bit in the evening. And by the way, it's going to be windy, 35-mile-per-hour gusts. But as I mentioned, as we get into the weekend, that's where the cold air settles in. 40s here, but notice now late Saturday night, Sunday morning is when we might get our first accumulating snow. We're not talking about a lot of snow, maybe just a dusting, but it just depends on an upper level disturbance coming through, Karen.
All right. Thank you, Paul. Always appreciate it. Still ahead, first at 4. Have your feelings about Facebook changed lately? Is the social site good for society? We're going to show you some opinions found in a new poll. Also, all hail people's sexiest man alive, and he is funny too. We'll talk about that. Plus, beautiful bracelets fit for a queen, the tragic story and big price tag for all those diamonds. Trending stories next.
Experience the 95th America's Thanksgiving Parade presented by Gardner White from official grandstand seats, offering great views of one of the best Thanksgiving parades in the country with newly designed floats and celebrities. Order today at theparade.org. Local 4 Traffic is sponsored by Wallside Windows, where we make windows and build careers. For hiring opportunities, visit wallside.com/careers.
Excuse me, are you?
I am.
Are you?
Mike Morse from the commercials. This is my mom, Sue.
Hi. That's great, but are you done with your ketchup?
Yeah, here you go.
Get in on the action at GoldenNuggetCasino.com Sportsbook, home of the Golden Lines. Our exclusive daily odds boost creates more action and bigger payouts. Place bets on that touchdown, grand slam, hole-in-one, or buzzer beater in real time with in-game betting. And that's not all. You can double down on table games like blackjack, roulette, or baccarat. Download the app or visit GoldenNuggetCasino.com and get your first free bet up to $250.
At Sandals 5-star luxury included resorts, we earn our stars with every and wow. Book with confidence, knowing you're protected with the Sandals Vacation Assurance Program. Call 1-800-SANDALS.
Didn't you see the sign? You're not a pickup, and you're looking quite dirty.
I can't afford to get washed that often.
Here's a tip. Super Car Wash. For just $14 a month, you can get washed every single day.
Really? Then would you go to the drive-in with me?
With 11 locations, Super Car Wash is $14 a month. Unlimited Wash Club is fast, easy, and contactless. With free vacuums. Look super. Go unlimited today.
It's Michigan and the winter chill is coming. Remember those awful stories from your friends who hired the plumber to do electrical and the roofer to do the siding? We're not an out-of-state pop-up franchise.
Don't get stuck with an out-of-state warranty. Ask your contractor if they're Michigan only. We are home insulation experts. Insulation is all we do. We do it better than anyone else.
Discover BetMGM Casino and leap into a world filled with all your favorite casino games. Plus, more exclusive ones you can't find anywhere else. The biggest progressive jackpots that keep growing. And as you play, earn M Life points for big-time rewards. BetMGM Casino. Start your adventure today and get